Oh, hell no.
Good
Hell.
morning.
Good morning, Mr.
How are you
Good
today?
morning, Mr. Hamada.
Are you
Fine,
fine?
thank you.
Okay, man. I'll start to open our lesson day for writing. Just pay attention with me to be able to understand. Today, I'm going to revise how can you write a descriptive narrative image because I face many problems when I check your writing. So please take care with me in this session. I focus on the main points about our writing descriptive narrative email. So please focus with me to be able to understand what I mean or what I want to say in this session. It's very important. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Let me open the topic with you at first. Just wait for me. Now you can see the page of descriptive narrative email. Yes.
yes.
Okay, my dear students. Okay, just pay attention. As we said before, for the descriptive narrative email, we said when you write this topic, you are going to write about an event or occasions. Am I right? I want to follow
Yes.
to share with me. Okay. Okay. So when I ask you to write about an occasion or an event, like what? Like celebration, school show, sports day, festival, or carnival, or a holiday. In this way, when you start your introduction, we said that we have two introductions that we can use. The first one, when you send for a friend who missed, for example, a sports day, you can say, "It's a shame that you missed, or it's a shame you missed a sports day, okay, last week, but I hope you are fine, okay? I hope you are." Sorry, sorry, I can see from the list that you have. So I put in this side. Uh, Hamza, can you read? The
Okay, Mr.
introduction of writing a descriptive narrative email. Huh? At first, we start with what? With greeting by saying, huh? Dear,
We start with Dear Adam. It's a
dear,
shame you
yes.
missed sports
So,
day.
dear plus the name, the first name of your friend. Okay. Then, huh? It's a shame, huh? Hamza,
Okay. Then it's a shame you missed sports day.
huh? Last week is the time. Okay. Huh?
Last week, but I hope you are feeling better.
Okay. So, when I start my writing for descriptive narrative email, I must use this type of introduction. But for narrative, if you remember, we can say what? Who can tell me narrative? What's the introduction that we can use for the narrative email? Adham,
Yes,
Adham.
Miss.
For narrative email, how can I start the introduction?
It's birthday or
No, narrative email. The one that we took before this one, second term. Can you tell me? Who can tell me? Ahmed Alaa. Huh? Ahmed Alaa.
Yes, Mister.
Yes, Ahmed. For narrative email, what's the introduction that we can use? I mean narrative, not descriptive narrative.
narrative email. What
The
could
introduction
you tell
that we
me?
can, the introduction of this type of email, narrative email.
For
Huh.
what? For family, for party, or
No, no, narrative email.
narrative?
We said I
Mr.
can't
Hamada,
wait.
I'm dying to tell you.
Yes,
I'm dying to tell you what happened to me
excellent.
yesterday or
Yes, excellent. You can
Saturday.
say this one of them. I am dying to tell you what happened to me yesterday. Or we can
Or
say also,
I
huh?
cannot wait to tell you what happened to me.
Excellent. So this for what? For narrative email. But for descriptive narrative, as we said, we can use this one. Like, it's a shame that you missed. And they state the occasion. Like, for example, a sports day. Okay? Last
Okay.
week, this is the time. But I hope you are fine, or I hope you are feeling better. Okay? Another introduction for descriptive narrative, Ahmed, can you read? To a relative who missed the family party, you could write. Can you
Yes,
read?
Mister.
Huh?
Uh, what what a pity you wouldn't came to the party.
You couldn't
But I'm
come.
glad you enjoyed
You couldn't come to the party. Huh?
the party. But I am glad you enjoyed your school trip.
Yes, this also another introduction or another way to write the introduction for the descriptive narrative. For the homework, when I read the question, I found it's not a descriptive narrative, it's a narrative. Take care. The question of the homework. I'd like to discuss about this point with you. Okay, grade 7, you follow me?
yes, miss.
Okay, I choose the question of the homework to make differentiation between narrative and descriptive narrative. Okay, you can see the question. Yes, who can read?
Me,
Okay, okay, Ahmed Medhat.
yes.
Huh?
Okay.
Can you read?
Okay. Recently, your school gave you opportunity to experience work in two different workplaces.
Hmm.
You spend one day in each place.
Yes.
Write email to a friend about this experience.
So we are going to write about an experience. Yes.
Yes,
So this will be narrative or descriptive narrative.
this should be
This type of
narrative.
narrative, yes, well done. But if you ask you to write about an occasion, it will be a descriptive narrative. Occasion like what? Like birthday party, like family, for example, a family celebration, like a wedding party. Okay. Sports day, this will be descriptive narrative. But if he ask you to write about an experience, and inspired, he said for you in the question, describe, it will be narrative. Okay, grade 7. Take care of this
Okay,
point because you are required to know the difference between them. Maybe in the exam, I can give you to write or to ask you to write about a narrative email or a descriptive narrative email. So you must know the difference between them. Okay, and we know the difference between the introduction for each one. Yes, my dear students.
okay.
Okay, Ahmed, can you tell me the introduction
Okay.
of Ahmed Midhat? Can you tell me the introduction of the narrative email again? Huh?
Narrative email I can't wait to tell you what happened to me.
Yes, well done. Or we can say, I am dying to tell you what happened to me, for example, yesterday. Or I
Yes,
can say, you wouldn't believe what happened to me yesterday. Yes? Yes, Ahmed?
yes, mister.
So for the homework, take care, my dear students. It will be narrative, not a descriptive narrative. Take care of this point. Let's go back for our part for
Mister,
descriptive. Yes, mister?
could you say what again about this point? يعني, because my internet was lagging over the rain.
Okay, Ahmed, no problem. Okay. I said, Ahmed, if in the question he asked you to write about an experience, so it will not be a descriptive narrative, it would be narrative, as we studied before in the second term. Do you remember?
Yeah,
But if he asked you to write about an occasion like wedding party, like birthday, like a family celebration, or a sports day, you are required to use the introduction of descriptive narrative. Okay, Ahmed Amr?
Okay, and I have a question in this point.
Or I have a question for you. What is the introduction of descriptive narrative?
Dear Muhammad, I can't wait to tell you what happened
Descriptive
last
narrative.
week.
Ahmed, descriptive narrative.
Okay. Dear Muhammad, it is a shame that you have missed my birthday
Yes,
last week, but I
yes,
hope you are feeling better now.
yes, well done. Or we can say what a pity that you missed. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Ahmed. Okay.
Mister, and
Uh,
in this also, can I choose one job or I must write the two?
according to the question, you said what? Huh? Recently, your school gave you
You,
the opportunity
you,
to experience work in two different workplaces. You spent one day in each place. Okay,
yeah,
you spent one day in each place. So you are going to look to write about what? The two different
that's
workplaces.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
In spite of he said describe, I don't care about this point. I care about this one. About an experience. So you are going to write a narrative email. So you don't use the introduction of descriptive narrative. You will say what I can't wait to tell you, or I am trying to tell you, or you want to be what happened to me. Okay? Because this
Okay.
one is narrative, not a descriptive. It's written in the homework, but I want to show you the difference between narrative and descriptive narrative. Okay, Ahmed?
Okay, Mr.
Is it
Thank
clear?
Yeah.
Okay, let's complete our revising for the narrative, descriptive narrative email because I found some problem for some students when they write the topic. Now we know the introduction of or revise the introduction of descriptive narrative email. Okay, how can I start to write the body? For the body, we said that we must have four elements that we have to use in our writing the descriptive narrative email. As we remember, like people, atmosphere, weather, and individual incidents. And we talk about them in details in our sessions or previous sessions. But let me revise with you to avoid any problem next time, inshallah, when you start to write. Okay, my dear students? Okay,
Okay.
so I can
Okay.
select Muhammad Adil. Muhammad Adil.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
Muhammad. Can you read? For people, how can I
Okay.
describe the people? Huh?
People, in order to avoid listing, select only one or two of the guests. Write about them in such a way as to create interest by giving details about their clothes, their behavior, their personality, or character.
Uh-huh.
Remember to support every statement.
So
Very
it,
often in this type of letter.
yes, he said here, write about them in such a way to create interest. How? By giving details about what their clothes, their behavior, their personality, or character. And you have to remember to support every statement. What I mean by support, who can tell me how can I make a support for the idea? Huh? I said in our session, how can I make a support for any idea that I state in my writing? What I mean by what I mean by supporting, by stating what the reason, okay? By stating the reason to support, I must state the reason, okay? Complete Ahmed, Muhammad Adil, sorry, Muhammad Adil.
Yes, yes.
Huh?
Very often in this type of letter, the person you describe is known both to you and the person you are writing to. In
So the
other words,
person,
you have common
wait,
knowledge.
Muhammad, the person that you are going to describe, it must be known for you and for your friend. It means that you know him well, you know his character well, he knows personality well. So don't state anyone that he doesn't know. Okay? It must be the person that you are going to write about to your friend. He must know him well. Okay? In other words, means what? Huh? You have what? You have
Others, you
common
have common
knowledge
knowledge
of
of
the
the person's
person,
characteristics.
like habits and characteristics,
Yes.
habits and anything about his personality. Okay, this provides what? Huh? An excellent
An
opportunity
excellent
for
opportunity for
for.
personalized.
So when I describe, how can I write about the person that who attend the party, for example? Can you read this part, Muhammad?
Okay, I was caught by Uncle Ken,
Hmm.
who started giving me the usual advice about what I should study at university, and then spent half an hour telling me the same old stories he's heard so many times about his student days.
So this is the correct way to describe a person who attend the party. For example, you describe your uncle or Uncle Ken, as he said here. I was called by Uncle Ken, who started giving me the usual advice about what I should study at university, and then spent half an hour telling me the same all the stories we have heard so many times about his student days. This is the correct way. But if you write in this way, can you read this part, Muhammad? Uncle Jim? Okay, this one. Muhammad Adil. Okay, we can select another one. Think it has a problem.
Mr. Sorry, I muted.
Okay, never mind. Okay, this part, can you read?
Uncle Jim, Uncle Jim was there, and so were Grandma and Granddad, Auntie Susan, Nina, and the twins.
This is a correct way, Muhammad, to describe the people.
I know,
No, why?
because
What
we
we
have to
have here.
personalize.
What we have here. They said here Uncle Jim was there and so were Grandma and the Granddad, Auntie Suzanne, Nina, and the twins. This is what?
Listing.
Yes, and we said we must do what? We must
Avoid
avoid
listing.
listing. So this is not a correct way when you describe a person. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. How can we describe the clothes or clothing for the people? We have many examples to describe. Like what? Can you complete reading and select another person, Muhammad? Thanks so much. Muhammad
Okay.
Saad.
Yes,
Mister,
mister.
can I hear an information?
What, Ahmad Amr? Huh?
In describing clothes, we must describe it as abnormal.
Again?
And when we describe clothes, we must describe it abnormal.
At first, clothes, not clothes. Okay? Clothes.
Okay.
Okay? Yes, we can focus on the abnormal thing that we can
Oh,
Describe.
do. Okay?
okay.
So, let's complete reading with Muhammad Saad. Huh?
Okay. Clothes
How?
are too tight,
Yes, how can
so
you
the
describe the
person
clothes at first? Huh? This is an example.
uh, that are too tight, so
Again,
the
you said
person
what? You
bulges
said
out
what,
of them.
Muhammad Saad? Clothes, not what you
Yeah.
say. Clothes, huh? Clothes that
Okay.
are,
Clothes that are so tight, so the person bulges out of them.
or
Clothes that are clothes that are loose and shapeless, perhaps creased or not ironed.
not iron, huh?
Trousers that are too short.
Yeah,
Sleeves sleeves that are too long.
huh?
Very brightly colored clothes. Bright yellow, shocking pink, brilliant orange. Someone who wants to be noticed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Colors
Okay.
colors that do not go together.
Sorry,
An
Muhammad.
orange
Muhammad, sorry. I'll make mute for all to avoid any noise. Just open the mic for you only. Yes, Muhammad Saad.
okay. Colors that do not go together. An orange shirt with a red tie, brown shoes with blue trousers, one green and one brown sock. Someone who has no sense of color coordination when it comes to clothes.
Yes, so
What do
this
these pictures of clothing tell? us about the character of the person who is in.
Thanks so much. So this is the clause. How can we describe the clause of people who attend the part? We can select one or two person in the part, the abnormal people for clause, for example, okay? And as in the first point, we describe the character. Also, before the character, we have other points. Muhammad is four habits about the people. Huh? Muhammad Saad? Yes, Muhammad.
Okay, so
Hmm.
has
Someone
a bo- has a booming, very loud voice,
booming, it means the one who has a very loud voice, huh? Which can be heard anywhere.
which can be heard anywhere in the room. Friends and relatives try to avoid having personal or private conversations with such a person for this reason.
Huh? What else?
Thinks he thinks he's amusing and is always telling
Muhammad.
jokes,
Wait,
although
wait, Muhammad. When you write, my dear students, you can select one of these habits, not all, okay? One of these habits for the person who is abnormal who attend the party. For example, he has a very loud voice when he starts to speak, so no one want to deal with this person, okay? Or think that he's amusing and is always telling jokes, although no one else finds them funny. So you can select one of these description when you write your email. Okay? Yes, Muhammad, complete my dear.
okay, thinks he's amusing and is always telling jokes, although no one finds them funny. Falls asleep in a chair on all family occasions. Does
Huh?
he snore? Is known to be clumsy, perhaps needs glasses, but is too vain to wear them.
Yeah.
Your mom puts glasses and china ornaments in a cupboard when this person comes to visit.
Huh?
Is a boy who is always giving you good advice based on her own experience.
Was
This gives
always,
you
who is always, huh?
with always her experience,
Yes,
her
what
experience.
else? Huh?
Uh, likes to give the impression he is still a teenager, even if he is 55.
55. He is an old man, but he imagined himself that he is a teenager. Okay? What else?
Has a particular hobby: fishing, car engines, butterflies, cake making, and can talk about nothing else.
Yes.
Is
Huh?
always talking about people who have recently died.
Is
Is
what?
permanently on is permanently on a diet, but who helps herself to multiple slices of the chocolate cake.
Yes. Okay. So this is a habit for the people that we can describe. So for the people, you are going to describe the habits and the clothes. Okay. Is it clear for all of you? For the people, when you describe, you are going to describe the habits and clothes. Is it clear for all of you? Ahmed Alaa. Ahmed Alaa. Ahmed Alaa. You are here? I think he's outside. Okay. Grade 7. Is it this part is clear for all of you? I just revise.
Yes,
Okay, for people, you are going to describe the habits and clothes. Okay, and you can select
and
one
then
of
happen.
this. Yes, you can select one of this description, not all. Okay, let's move together for
Okay.
the atmosphere. How can I describe the atmosphere of this party? At first, what I mean by the atmosphere. Yes, Ahmed Amri, can you complete reading? Thanks so much, Muhammad Sa.
Uh,
Ahmed
okay.
Amr. Huh?
Atmos okay. Okay. The atmosphere. The best way to write about atmosphere is to consider the sense.
Huh? At first,
What you hear,
the music.
what you hear, music.
Yes, huh? What it is, it means the food.
What you take, usually the food.
Yes, huh?
What you smell, cooking or flowers?
Yes.
What you see, entertainment or dancing?
Or dancing. So these are the things that mean by the atmosphere, music, food, flowers, dancing, okay, or what you hear, or smell, or taste, or see, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Ahmed, that's what he means by the
Okay.
atmosphere. Let's continue reading.
There is no point in mentioning these factors unless you can support what you write in some way. Look at some possible ways you could write support about the music at a family celebration.
Huh?
It was really out of arc, which means old fashioned.
Out of the arc, it means what?
So
Out of the arc means
old
what?
fashioned.
Old fashioned. Huh? Complete.
So what did the young people do? It was deafening.
Huh? Someone had brought
Someone has brought a
karaoke machine.
karaoke machine, but luckily or sadly, no one knew how to use it. Some
Someone. Huh?
of the awareness
Rain cleanse. Rain cleanse.
rankless
W
old
silent.
people
Okay. Yes. Rain cleanse means old people. Huh? Begin what?
began singing began singing old songs together. We danced till we dropped. It was the best part of the evening. We danced till we dropped.
Yes. Okay. This for what? For the atmosphere again. You are going to describe what you hear, what you taste, what you smell, and what you see. This for the atmosphere. It's different from the weather. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I move with you for the individual incident. How can I select the incident that happened in the party? Complete Ahmed. Select
Okay.
one.
Select one or two incidents to write about. For example, someone spilled coffee on the white carpet.
Huh?
Someone tripped over while dancing.
Yes. A fuse blew and caused a temporary
A
power.
blue and constantly power cut.
Yes. What
A
else?
precious vase was knocked off the shelf.
Huh?
A child pulled the tablecloth and everything that was on it off the table.
So, my dear students, when you describe the incident or individual incident that happened during the party, you can select one of these examples, like what or two, one or two of these examples. Like for example, a fuse blew and caused temporary power cuts, so we can't see anything, for example, in the party. So we start to
Yeah.
burn or to light the candles. Yes, it's an example. Or we can say, for example, a precious vase was knocked off the shelf and it was broken. Okay? So you have many examples
Can
here. Or a child pulled the tablecloth and everything that was on it off the table. So we can't do what? We can't collect everything from the floor again. This is also one of the situations that can happen in the party. Okay, yes, Ahmed, what you want to say?
Mr. Can I say, يعني, for example, while we were dancing, the my uncle split the vase, يعني الفيز وقعت على الأرض, split on the floor.
Yes, mister, it's okay. Yes. Okay. So you have many instances. You can select one or two of them in your topic. As we said, some people will say, I didn't pass on this experience before. You can imagine. Okay, you can imagine. It mustn't be real, but you can imagine. Okay, but when you write, you have to write, as you said before, something that is believable. Okay. Yes, Ahmed. Ahmed.
Yes, mister.
Okay. Complete the reading also. There are incidents. Huh?
There are incidents which do not change the course of the evening. They do not become more important than the party itself. They may involve one or two times sequence phrases underlined below.
So,
I was ju-
yes, if you didn't highlight for this paragraph, you can highlight. I was just, huh?
I
You can
was just about
you can
to
use
serve myself.
yes, you can use it when you write about an occasion or a part, for example. This can help you. Huh? I was yes,
I
Ahmed.
was just about to serve myself a second helping of ghetto.
Yes,
Ghetto.
yes, huh?
Okay, when I accidentally knocked over a cup of coffee,
It
it
only
only took a moment
huh?
for me to see that it had splashed all down the back of
Julia's
Julia's white.
wild dress. Okay, complete. Know that it
Okay, note that it is not important to attach these uh,
minor.
minor events to a specific time. If you were involved in an accident, take the opportunity to personalize.
Yes, for example.
You know how clumsy I am when I get nervous. Well,
Yes,
I was just getting myself a spoon when clumsy as ever. I
yes, I'm with you. Huh? I thought it. I demand Ahmed.
yeah, yes, Mister.
This part I thought I managed to get. Huh? Complete reading Ahmed. This one. Ahmed, because of you in the net and the internet. We can complete with save. You follow me?
Mister, sorry, my internet was lagging.
I know, Mary, no problem. So that's enough for you. Can select another person. Okay. Save. Okay. Ahmed Muhammad Absattar. Ahmed Muhammad.
Yes.
Yes, Ahmed.
Yes, yes, I'm listening.
Okay. Personalizing in descriptive narrative and narrative letters. As you said, they are different. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, how can personalize in the descriptive narrative? Let's complete reading by this part. Personalizing in descriptive narrative
Okay.
letters or emails. Huh.
Personalizing in descriptive narrative letters poses the same problems as for narrative letters.
Huh.
In our example, as your friend was not with you at the event, how can you make him feel included? Again, you will need to use phrases such as,
Huh.
if you'd been there, you'd have burst out laughing.
Yes.
I wish you'd seen the local grandma's face when, if only you'd seen the local grandma's face when,
Or you
or you
should
should
have.
have seen
Yeah.
the local
Or
grandma's face.
it's a shame.
Uh, yes, it's a shame you couldn't past tense make the party. You'd have enjoyed it, or it's a pity.
Or it's a pity also instead of it's a shame. Huh? What else?
Yeah,
It's a good thing.
it's a good thing you missed or couldn't make the party. You'd have been bored to tears.
So in this way, I try to involve my friend in the part or in the occasion. Yes, if I say it's a good thing
Yeah,
you missed the party you had been for, or it's a good job you couldn't make.
yeah, couldn't
Okay,
make the
the part
party.
you had been bored or 2 years. Okay, so this
Yes,
way is what this way of what for personalizing. I try to involve my friend in the occasion.
in
Okay,
the event.
yes, or
Yeah,
in the event. Yes, well done. What are the possible problems that we can face, can reach?
okay. The following paragraph, written by a student in response to the question on page 63, highlights many of the problems associated with writing
Associated,
descriptive narrative.
yes,
Oh, yeah,
problems
associated
associated with writing descriptive
with
narrative
writing
letters.
descriptive narrative letters.
And can read.
Well, I arrived at the party, which was in my aunt's house, at 7 o'clock
at 5 past 7.
So the
Uncle
big
Jim arrived.
Wait, Ahmed,
Hmm?
the big mistake to state a definite time. It's not correct. It's not correct.
Yes.
Okay? For the party, it's no,
Okay.
it's already a party, so no need to state the definite time. When you write, don't say the party started at 7 o'clock or ended my uncle came at 7:30 and the party started at 7. No, no need for stating any definite time. It's already a
Yeah.
party, okay? So parties, the people are not required to come on time, okay?
Okay.
Yes. This is a
Yeah.
mistake that we can found in the narrative and some this for sorry for some students who can write the descriptive narrative campaign. So no need to state the
Yes.
definite time. Okay, complete Ahmed.
Okay.
Huh.
Uh, at 5 past 7, Uncle Jim arrived. At 10 past 7, the food arrived. At 7:30, I spilled coffee over Mary's white dress. She fainted and fell on the floor. She hit her head and had to go to the hospital. It was a nice party.
So the correct way to say or to state the time of the part, you can say what? Huh? Can you read
Yeah,
this one?
okay. Uh,
I
this
arrived
one,
at
yes, yes.
yes. I
Uh,
arrived. Huh?
I arrived at Aunt Mary's party at
So
7 o'clock.
please, again, I want to focus on this point. No need to state the definite time of the part. It's not correct. It's not correct. Because when I check
Yeah.
also the writing of some students, I found that they wrote at 7 o'clock or at 5:30. It's not correct. Just state it this way. I arrived at Aunt Mary's party. Okay? No need to state the
Okay.
definite time.
Yeah.
Okay. He said here at 7 o'clock, time is not, huh?
Time is not central to descriptive narrative letters.
So
It
put
has
this
no
in,
importance.
all of you put this point in your mind. Don't state the definite time in descriptive narrative. But narrative, it can be stated the definite time. Descriptive narrative, it's not allowed to state the definite time. It's not central, as he said. Complete. It has no
Oh,
what?
okay. It has no importance.
It has no importance. If you
Yes.
mention,
If you mention times, then it suggests it must be important, in which case you must support your sentence by saying why.
so
Um, so in this sentence, ask yourself, is 7 o'clock an unusual time to arrive at a party? Is it early or late for the party? And if so, why were you early or late?
yeah, okay. Again, as we know, for the party, it hasn't a definite time. So, no need to state the definite time of attending. Just state, as we said, the correct way. I arrived, for example, I arrived at Aunt Mary's part. I focus on this point to avoid making mistake. Because
Yeah,
if you did like that, or if you like that in the exam, I'll cut from your mark. So put this in your mind. Another,
okay.
this is a complete way for describing the time of the party. You said what here? Yes,
I
Ahmed.
got to and yeah, okay. I got to Aunt Mary's about an hour before the party started
This,
to help her
yeah,
lay the.
this is the correct way. An hour
Yeah,
before or an hour after. It's okay. It's okay. An hour
okay.
before or an hour after. But don't state the definite time. At 7 o'clock, it's not correct. Don't state the definite time. You can say an hour before the party or an hour after the party. It's the correct way.
Yes.
Okay? To help
Okay.
me here,
Yeah, to help her lay the table.
the table or to prepare the table for the party. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, my dear. We can also, for the weather, how can you describe the weather? So we finish now people. We said in the people we have two elements that we have to describe, the habits and what? And the clothes. Atmosphere, we
Yeah.
said food, uh,